Good morning. All right, guys, so we have 4 stations for you today. As usual, you could do 4 to 5 sets in a row. If it's a superset, you're likely just going to get 4. Or I'm going to put 12 minutes up on the timer, and you could just hang at your station, do as many sets as you can get in, and then rotate during the timer. All right, so we haven't brought these out in a long time, but we have hex bars today, hex bar deadlifts. The reason I don't do deadlifts too much with the barbells is even I, with my form, will still end up feeling my low back pretty bad. And those other exercises I prefer to hit my legs than those. And what I love about the hex bars is, so when you do regular deadlift, your hands go here, right? So it puts a lot of pressure on that low back. When I have my hands on the outside, my shoulders get to stay back. So it's a lot easier for me to keep my chest up than here. It kind of rotates my shoulders in. From here, you stick it out. So I actually want you to overemphasize sticking out your chest. So when you get in here, let me move this. I feel like I'm hidden behind that, just so you guys can see before me. All right, so when I get in here, I really like to start with the bar almost touching my calves and back. Okay, so I'm not starting dead center of the hex bar. It's actually touching the back of my calves. From here, I am thinking about lifting with my legs. Yeah, your lats are going to work a little bit, but I'm going to keep this straight line from my head to my tailbone, and I'm going to use my legs here to lift. I do not want to see this, where we hunch and sit into a hold by arching our back. You want to stay with your butt perched back. Okay, so here, I like you to hit the floor. You can release if you want and grab it again, or just hit the floor and reset, and think every time you lift off the floor. 2, 3, so even right here, see a slight bend in my knees. I am not sinking, okay? Now, you're going to have 8 to 12 reps. It all depends on the weight you're lifting, okay, how heavy it is and what you can get through. If the bumper plates, okay, some of you are a lot taller than me, and it's hard to hit the floor without rounding your back, so I have platforms. So if you're taller, or you cannot maintain that form to hit the floor, you're going to use these platforms as your floor lifted up to you. Okay? So you're going to do 8 to 10 reps, 8 to 12 reps. Then we have our calf raises. A lot of you have a great idea. You do them off the backs of these, but we're going to have multiple plates. It says 20 in, 20 out, 20 regular. So what that looks like is, if you stand here, my heels are off. My toes are going to point together. So I'll show you there. So if my toes are together here, okay, I'm going to go 20 up and down, okay? And obviously your plate's going to be by something you can hold on to. Then you're going to put your toes out, 20 up and 20 down. And then you're going to just put them regular, 20 up, 20 down. Okay, and you're going to feel that big time in those calves. Okay, if your calves are, for me, my calves are super weak, I'll probably do 2 sets and then a calf burst. 2 sets and then a calf burst. But you could go back and forth. It's up to you how it feels for you. All right, so that's station 1. Station 2, and I am going to put the banding on the floor out, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. Most of the time, you're going to need help loading these. I don't think many of us can do it ourselves. These are our hamstring curls. So if you do want to get it up yourself, I put my toes under, I bend my knees, and I shimmy it through. Okay, you hold on to the bench here, get your toes to touch and heels to touch. You need a big headed dumbbell, don't try to do the thin ones. The big head keeps it on their feet. Point my toes as I go down, and I curl up to about here. Do not bring it all the way in. That's going to let your muscle relax, and it's going to be, you're going to have to do like 30 reps to make it work. Okay, so all the way down, up right about here, and let's do it again. Down, up. So you have 15 to 20 reps. This is a 25-pound. I usually can do like a 30 or 35 for 24, okay? Thank you, Karen, I will need that. Superset, and I'll show the modification for the hand in a minute, is a hack squat. Hack squat's gonna work the quads now. So you're gonna go with the TRX underneath my arms, I'm gonna lay forward, I'm gonna walk back like this, as if I'm laying on a sliding board on my belly, okay? From here, I'm coming down, not so far, I'm gonna fall back, right? Coming down, and then I'm pushing up on my tippy toes. Down, up, down, and I really want to push my tippy toes here, okay? So you're going to give me about 24 of those. So this is a little bit of a higher rep range, but to isolate those ham and quads, we're going to need to do it. If the bench is a little difficult for you, or you don't want to wait for help, I'm going to put a mat here. The other option is lying on the floor. Okay? You're going to put the band behind your heels. You're going to walk out, and you're going to give me banded curls. Okay? And for this one, you're probably going to have about 30 to 40 reps, but it's necessary for you to be able to feel that. Okay? So, ideally, you're going to go back and forth between A and B, hopefully 4 times. All right? In the back here, overhead plate lunges. All right, so plate goes overhead. We are doing walking lunges around the entire perimeter of the studio. 1 lap is 1 set. What I was going to offer as an option is start with lunges, do a station. Go to another set of lunges, go to the next station, right? It's almost like it's an interval station. Do 1 lap around the studio, and then go to your next station. Or you can stay here and do 4 in a row, okay? If you can't do walking lunges, I'm going to have you do a pulsing sequence, okay? So you'll grab a dumbbell. You could do it on holding on to a wall, the half wall, and on 1 leg, you're going to give me 20 single, 40 pulse. I'm going to write this down for you. 15 and 30, and then 10 and 20. Single by pulse, all on 1 leg, where you don't have to move. But I will write that out for you if you need that modification. And your last station, heavy squat dumbbell pump. That is where I am here. Okay, I have the dumbbell, and I'm kind of going to put it like this in front of me, and I'm going to go just shy of standing all the way up, and just shy of going as deep as I can. So it's 1, 2, just like this, 3, okay, 4, 10 to 12. And your superset is a glute sequence. I would like your back on the bench, on the back here. The higher, the better. I do have a lower one here. Wing bone's got to be up. You're going to give me an iso bridge. It's going to be 10. Your butt must tap the floor. 10 here. Both legs for 10. Then the left leg for 10. And then both legs for 10. Nice bridge sequence. Okay? You probably don't need a weight, but I might even get you over the weighted ball so it's more comfortable on your hips. Okay? Pick a station, A station, 1. Let's get started.